Hello, my name is Charles Sipe, but I usually go by Charlie or, whatever nickname that really gets thrown at me. I usually am cool with it, but I wanted to make a video because I haven't made one in quite some time, That's what I say every time, but I need to spend time away from making videos to really develop a decent idea, and in return, it's something that is actually quite enjoyable. So with that being said, I figured I would do like a current up-to-date sketchbook tour, and yeah, we're gonna see how it is. So I will say that I've had this thing since January 1st of 2024. It's currently March 20th, and it's only been about 2 months. And I made a promise to myself when I first started in this sketchbook to draw on it, at least try to draw on it every day, but try to fill up this sketchbook by the end of the year and I will be satisfied. That was my end goal. And I'm currently about, here, I'll find the stopping point. I am this much through with the book. So this is everything I have completed so far. This is everything that I have to go. I know a year is a long time, but I really hope that as an artist, I don't give myself burnout, and I really hope that I really get through it this year. So, figure why not get started then, starting with the first page. So, I don't know if you really consider it the first page or not, but I have my cover page which says, "This book belongs to Charles or Charlie or Chairs or any other nickname I have," and then I sign my signature at the bottom so that this is authentically mine. I really hate the first page of my sketchbooks because the same ideology of you can't judge a book by its cover, it's the same concept when you're doing your first page, because this is what is going to introduce everyone into thinking, oh, this is the kind of shit he draws, And I really wanted to just kind of use my imagination for once, because I usually have a reference with me whenever I'm drawing. But about a year ago, I got really bored one day, and I was like, you know what? I need to have like a really cool, simple looking dog drawing, because I loved dogs at the time. And I don't know, it was like my comfort animal or some shit. So over time I worked on it, and now it's just like a quick little doodle that I can do in like 20 seconds. But yeah, I wanted to work on some variations, some different ideas, some different little symbolic things to show people it's like, well, this is kind of my art style, but this is me working with, just what's up here. Anyways, also I want to bring to attention the orientation is upside down, because if you guys don't know, I'm actually a lefty, so the book actually rotates around this way. And I wrote like a bunch of little notes down here while I was a little overstressed one night, but it definitely helped in terms of like motivation, because I was like really scared after I reached the second page. I was like, wow, I'm pretty worn out. So moving on from this page, just another imagination drawing. I don't know why. I hope it looks cool. I got the guy saying, well, what'll it be, a cigarette or a lollipop? But yeah, whenever you look at the dog's mouth, you kind of can't really tell if it's like a lollipop or if he's blowing out smoke. So I try to make a little smoky effect to make people think that. But if you're using your imagination, and depending on whoever's looking at it, if they say, oh, I think it's a lollipop, I consider them good-minded people. If you look at that as a cigarette, well, I don't blame you either, because, shit, I said cigarette first, so, sorry. Oh, shit, and that follows up with the other half of this. I did not pre-plan this at all. But I followed it with saying, I wish people would take time to use their imagination and have fun with art. that just goes without being said, you know. Back to correct orientation. For you guys who don't know, I do have a pet cat. She's the greatest cat in the world. She helps me get through a lot of boring days whenever I have nothing else going on, and I just, you know, she really makes my day a lot better. So I used to take a lot of pictures on my free time whenever I do, you know, as one pet owner does. And I look back at all the ones that I truly admire for like more than a couple minutes because it's like, oh, she looks so cute. And I remembered one day when I was sitting here with my sketchbook, I was like, well, I can just draw. So I figured I might as well start drawing my cat Misha, and then I became addicted. And then with the next page, I just started drawing little sketches, little doodles of whenever she's being a little goober. I hope you guys can pick up her personality based off of these drawings because she's amazing. No comment. No comment. Again, back at it again with my cat. I love her to death. Her name is Misha, by the way, if I haven't said it already. But yeah, she's really sweet. And I added these little warp effects because it's kind of like when she's purring, it feels very therapeutic for me, at least. Like it helps calm me down a lot whenever times are tough. So good on her end. I mean, she's amazing. And then I think we got the first self-portrait. Pretty cool. I was in North Carolina when I took this picture. My friend Daniel took the picture for me, and very good times. I really do reminisce on those. So we got a kitty cat again, but it's not my cat this time. I was talking to a girl, I would say, oh gosh, about 2 months ago-ish, give or take, around like December and January time. Very sweet girl, very sweet person. And she had a boy cat, and I got to meet him, but I forget his name right now. I feel terrible. But a really cool cat. And I took the time out of my day, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to draw a picture of your cat because it brings me just as much joy as it does bring you. So I sent her a picture, and she loved it. And yeah. But that's all I'm going to say on that end. Anywho. Oh, well, this is kind of cool. So, this one's another upside down one because, like I said, I'm a lefty. So whenever I'm writing and stuff, the spirals get in the way. So I have to, like, get comfortable with drawing by not having the spirals in my way. And whether that means rotating the book 180 degrees, I don't care. Art is still art. It's all about how you orient it. And if it's displayed upside down, cool. Then it looks cool in a museum. I don't care. This art, though, no comment. It is a self-portrait of me. And I don't know if you can make out the item that I'm holding, but I like how this one's smudged out. I love the way how this one aged. This is pretty cool. This one, oh man, it got all like etched out. So there's 3 panels. There's one picture that I saw on Instagram. Picture of my friend Daniel, the one that helped take the picture of my self-portrait a couple pages back. And then there's me again in like a tiny little square. In a gas mask, headphones, bandana, and a black t-shirt. Oh, another 180. Whole bunch of contacts right here. I'll let you guys read through it because this recording is getting pretty long. It's 12 minutes long. So, but yeah, this is my friend Chris. My very good friend Chris of mine. Pretty cool guy. And 0.5 zoom. He looks like a gremlin. So, this first page, here. This first page is my friend Cooper. And I really fucked up his eyes so bad to the point where I had to just redraw him. So I just said, oh hell no, and I drew my little dog next to it because I was really pissed off. Still did not know how to cross arms yet with the dog. but I think I've finally mastered it. Still work in progress though. However, on the next page is my friend Cooper and his girlfriend, and they're not fully accurate because I was just still getting back into realism and stuff, and my friend put on the pressure of, hey man, can you draw me and my girl and like I'll pay you? And I was like, yeah, sure. Which as an artist that has never done commissions and stuff before, that was very anxiety inducing, and I kind of bitched out. So if you are consuming a lot of media on social media and you are just looking for that artist that has never made it, still here. I'm still rocking it. Next page, another upside down one because lefty, like I said. First thing I drew was a fox in the wind from this really cool looking TikTok or Instagram reel, or I don't really know on social media anymore, but I saw a video of this fox that looked really majestic in the wind, and I was like, I want to draw that because that looks really cool. And that looks about half of what it looked like, because black and white does not help with color and how color contrasting that animal was. But putting it in grayscale probably put it into a perspective, just not a good one. Okay, so I am going to talk about this one. This one is... It was supposed to be Willem Dafoe, if I'm being honest, but you're going to see him later. Not Willem Dafoe, not even that good, but you always got to start somewhere as an artist. You have a sketchbook for a reason. Your sketchbook is supposed to look shitty. And then I got a little kitty cat. Something I found on Instagram. Like, it was just a cutout of his face, I think. And I was just like, aw, chubby little kitty cat. He had a little double chin, so I added that too. Oh, cool. So this is a pretty good self-portrait of myself, I would say. It was pretty accurate. I had the body shape, the neck. You can see the neck really well. And all of the spots that are on it are pretty accurate. I don't know if you can see in the light or not. I forget where they are. But all of the dots that you do see, like there is one, I think, on this shoulder. I don't know if you can see it in this lighting. Forget it. But yeah, that was also really nice. This is Willem Dafoe doing one of his very questionable poses. All I gotta say on that matter. Am I proud of it? Sure. But I know I am the only person in the world that is proud of that. Now this is my most popular page. Whenever I'm out like drawing my sketchbook, some people will like look over and they're like, oh, that's so cool, like, what are you drawing, this and that. When I was drawing this page, I had the most people coming up to me. They were like, oh my god, I saw that cat on TikTok. Oh my god, I saw that cat on TikTok. And, yeah, that was kind of cool. Being able to make something visually so comparable and making a reference to something that is just on the internet and having people coming up to me and be like, oh my god, this is TikTok cat. That's the craziest connection I think I could ever make in my mind, in my comprehension. I don't... So I did the side-eye cat, and then after I did the side-eye cat, there's so much more space on the page. So I was like, you know what, let me draw the shocked cat too. The one that's like eating, and then he sees the camera and he just like, and then the food drops. I wanted to draw that because I was like, man, they go like hand in hand. They are pretty good together. And then there was still more negative space in the page, so I wanted to just do a little quick sketch of me in this one back picture I took. Personally, I thought my back was looking pretty cool, and I had a tight shirt on, so it was able to have like that nice little V shape. So that is my natural... Well, I take that back because it's kind of hard to give you perspective like that. I mean, angles are angles, so... So, moving on to this page, we have this rectangle, which has the deer in this nice little environment, and it says what it feels like to get a text from a good friend. I decided to draw this because that day... nobody was texting me, and nobody was really like communicating with me, I think. Either that, or I just didn't have any friends that day. But one thing or another, I really looked at that and I was just like, that's something I wish I had right now. and people don't really understand the emotion that I'm feeling, so I'm just gonna replicate it through art. And whenever people look at that, they're just like, huh, and they just keep moving. But for people that it impacts more, it's okay, dude. It's okay. You'll find your people. Following up with this square, it's a self-portrait of me. And I said, man, fuck, I got too hyperfixated on the lips and gave up. So, as an artist, I think it's okay to give up because where your stopping point is might be somebody else's starting point, and it might be inspiration for others. Oh, my cat. So this is my cat again. Great drawing of my cat. I did really good. It was a 0.5, I believe, so that's why her body gets a little warped at the edge. But it looks very lifelike. Oh! I love this page. Whole lot of info. I think I'm just going to do that thing where while I'm talking over all this, I'm just going to show the different shots to pull every detail. I just sound really stupid right now because I'm stammering on all my words. But yeah, I really loved Stevie the Wonder Dog. I believe the dog is happy, alive, and well currently. And it's just a little wobbly dog that I love on TikTok. It's really cool. What's next? So on this next page, it was one morning I woke up and I was like half asleep and I was like, you know what, let's try this. And I took a picture of my cat and then I started drawing. So this is what my drawings look like, half effort. You can tell that a lot of shapes are still there. A lot of specific details are there as well. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. So then this page, I went up to a stranger and I said, hey, what would you like to be seen drawn? And he said, a world serpent. And I said, what is that? And then he followed up with explaining to me what a world serpent is. He looked it up, he found images, and I was like, give me a good reference photo and I'll try to draw it because I need drawing inspiration. I didn't really like working on this one that much, but I know there's an audience out there that probably thinks this could be cool. I don't know. But yeah, that's that one. Aha! I took a sneaky little 0.5 at break. And I have this little work group chat with my friends. And we send 0.5s of ourselves whenever we're just at like a breaking point at work. And my message for this picture was, oh really? And I don't know, that really stuck out to me because I think that day I was very like, I was sassy that day, man. And when I was saying, oh really? Like I was just like, I was up to there. Oh! The next page over is it was a picture that I took that was very like, I don't know, it just looked very colorful and saturated in my eyes. And whenever I took the picture, it wasn't as saturated, so I actually had to go back, edit, and correct all of the colors to match it up to what I saw in real life to really give off the feeling. And it was one of those pictures that I got kind of attached to for some reason, because it was very, I don't know, it just looked very good. And I was like, well, let me draw it. So I drew it. My caption is, I think it's gotten to a point where people are giving up on trying to understand what I draw, then it sucks to be them because it looks cool. Thank you, me. This day, I took a suggestion from somebody, and they said for me to draw a lion. And then I drew the lion in the grass, and it was really cool. There was no background, nothing here. It was just a lion. Then they were like, why don't you fill in the rest of everything? And I was like, well, because I don't really have the reference for that. She was like, why don't you just do it anyways? And I was like, you know what? For you, I'm going to make it happen. So that's what I did. So next page, I got a picture of my cat. Very, very tiny little square. You don't need that much detail to understand the goofiness of my kitty cat. But once again, this was another 0.5 picture of my kitty cat. Dude, I hated this one. I hated this one because I was going for the official fisheye lens effect. I bought a fisheye. I put it on the 0.5, I think. No, I didn't. I had the fisheye lens on. I took a picture and it was like, dude, this is phenomenal. Just what I needed. But when I got to drawing it, I did the eyes, nose, mouth, face shape, hair. But I usually work hair with eyes, like in that kind of department, because it's just around the general space I'm working with. But basically, I left the beard for the last part, and I didn't complete the beard because I got, like, fed up with doing art, and I just kind of stopped. But, I just left it there because I was like, well, now it just looks like me when I was in 10th grade. And, that's the bit that I get out of that. It's pretty great. This page is blank. Haven't worked on it yet. This is not my art. This is my friend Jordy. He goes by Noctis, or I think he goes by Noctis now on his platforms. If not that, then Noctmare. One of the two. He's a pretty good screamo artist in my opinion. I don't really like listening to screamo, but his voice is pretty cool. And I give a lot of respect to him, so I let him draw my sketchbook. He is the first person to draw my sketchbook, I think, and like actually spend time on something, so that was really cool. I think we're getting near the end here. This page is don't do homework, just do cigarettes. Found that on an Instagram page, and I was like, this is funny as hell. This is the point where I'm starting to tag all of the Instagram pages that I've seen the references from. I just have them from screenshots, so I'm sorry for stealing your guys' memes and making it drawn out and not giving you guys credit. But starting this day, I'm starting to give you guys credit. Next page, we got Misha again and another 0.5, and I got her face all close up so her nose was really big. And then I drew Walter White. And whenever I was showing people around, they were like, dude, that's really good. And I was like, thank you. I only watched about 2.5 seasons of Breaking Bad, but dude, good show. I had to stop at some point because I got too much anxiety for some reason, and I was just like, man, this ain't entertaining anymore. Man, we all have had those pages. We've had those pages in our lifetime. Moving on to the next page. Somebody came up to me and was like, hey, I'm thinking about making a... What was it? They were thinking about making a new team thing, and they were trying to come up with a logo, and I was like, you know what? Let me try it. Let me see where this goes. And... man, I didn't really like it too much, but they loved it, so that was cool. Here we go. We're getting into the pen era of this book. Fuck it, pen drawing. This is terrible. Man, I can't stand drawing with pens. Every time I draw with a pen, there is always room for error. I'm using this page to set an example. I usually tear these pages out, so consider yourself lucky. That is the most genuine thing I have ever said on a piece of paper writing with pen. And if anybody disagrees, I want you to start using pen for the rest of your life. And if you ever pick up a pencil again, consider yourself a fake and a fraud. This next page was a picture that I took in Alaska when I visited Alaska last year. Yeah. And it was one of my favorite places to ever visit in my life. And I really love the mountains. And a lot of this is very surrealist, so I had to have added, I'm saying this weird, I had to add notes in in these little details, like 3 details, to really like fuck with people's heads a little bit. But basically, the top layer is clouds. That is genuine. The mountains are in that middle top part. And then where it says these are clouds, the white gaps are the clouds. And then underneath the clouds is just water. Above that gap of clouds is the mountains. So that was really cool. And then... so yeah, we're down to the last page. I had to make a whole new clip because I was just rambling for 30 minutes. But, yeah. This is my last page. It was I think it was a German Shepherd, if I wasn't mistaken. It was a German Shepherd wearing a watermelon helmet. And it was so cute. I took a screenshot and I was like, I'm going to draw this later. It was like 3 or 4 a.m. when I saw it. And, yeah, I was like, I'm saving this for later. This is going to be drawn. And when I first pulled my sketchbook out, I was originally going to use a pencil, and then I saw a pen, and that was my ultimate decider for, well, it could be time for change. I may not need a pencil anymore. If I can just kind of do pen art and make it look half decent, I think it looks better than pencil art that is very detailed. Because I think it just shows that I just need to take the next step with commitment and confidence with my art. Because I do pretty decent. But yeah. I think that is everything. There's nothing else on these pages. I was thinking about starting to incorporate sticky notes or sticky note doodles in here as well, and just leaving them on pages. Let me know what you guys think, because I don't want to like accidentally lose them or have somebody steal one. But I mean, if somebody steals it and they hold on to it, I mean, I'll look at them in a different way, like, damn, I can't believe you actually value something like that. But yeah. I'm going to count the total number of pages and then display it on the screen. But I'm currently that far with this book. And I have, if I have to guess, I'm guessing now. I've been through at least, well, how many pages is this? My close answer is... Oh, I also did tear out pages too. I need to remember that. I tore out a page for somebody to use, another page for somebody to use, and it was either 2 or 3 pages that have been torn out from this book so far. I probably have about 70 more to go. 69. I'm gonna say 69 pages left. But yeah. I hope you guys really enjoyed that video. Next time you see me, I'm definitely going to have a haircut because I'm overdue for a haircut. That's why my hair is so long. I don't know why I waited for the end of the video to say that, but if anybody knows a pretty good haircut person, hit me up. They need to get me right, bro.